Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're talking about No Barriers to Entry 4. That's right, branding. You are the brand, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to Foci Optics. Check. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Welcome back, and as you can see, we're on the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page. I want to thank you for being here, and please share the videos. We're trying to help thousands, if not millions, of other people around the world. And please notice the join button over here on the right. If you missed the Wednesday night live, it was members only chat. You missed some gems, ladies and gentlemen. You better check that out. And once you become a member of the channel and hit the join button, you have those special icons next to your name. So that allows you to be in on the chat for the Wednesday night live. Members only, Wednesday night live stream, chat room. Everybody can watch the Wednesday night lives. All right? And without further ado, let's get into this branding. No barriers to entry 4. Because why? You are the brand. Monetize yourself. You are your own best weapon. Investing in yourself. That's right. It might require you to have some additional skills or learn some additional skills. But hey, if you're doing something that you love, it may not require you to create some additional skills or find them. But we're going to go as if you have no skills. So let's get down to business here, because you are your best weapon and nobody's stopping you. You are your brand. That's why it matters what you're posting on social media. Instead of posting craziness, fun and game, you could be posting something to brand yourself and make money at the same time. Because that's what this is all about. You're going to need money no matter where you live. All right, let's get down to business. First, we got to come to the sad reality. Because when you're branding yourself and you're trying to start a business, let's just get real. 90% of startups fail. That's golden. That's the rule. There's no way around it. That's why I always say don't give up, because the longer you continue your journey, the better opportunity you're going to have to finish the journey. So a lot of people give up. As soon as they find 1 or 2 bumps in the road, they say, I give up. It's too hard for me. So I'm going to have a link down below for this article so you can see for yourself, but I wanted to show you this. 9 out of 10 startups fail. 7.5 out of 10 venture-backed startups fail. So, like you see that Shark Tank and you're thinking, oh, the sharks, they're smart. They have millions of dollars. They have all kind of connections. 7.5 out of 10 venture-backed startups fail. So even they cannot outperform the averages. All right. So for every 10 startups, they might be able to do a little better. They might be able to do 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. But everybody they back do not become successful. They only highlight, just like a gambler, they only highlight the wins. They don't highlight the L's. All right. 2 out of 10 new businesses fail in the first year of operations. And then it starts going up from the second year to the third year and so on. Here's the numbers. 20% end of first year. End of second year, 30% are gone. End of fifth year, 50% are gone. And if you make it to 10 years, that's almost a miracle, because that's 7 out of 10 are gone. And the reason why? In America, things move so fast. Technology moves so fast. In the last 10 years, just think about it, there was no Facebook, Instagram, all of this Clubhouse. There was no podcasting where people can just all of a sudden make money out of thin air and get brand deals. There was no TikTok. So needless to say, all these malls that are now going to be out of business because people are buying online from Amazon, there was no same day delivery from Amazon. Those are the kind of things that change the marketplace. So when you're branding yourself and you're starting a business, this is why people end up failing, because they don't want to respond to the change. Sounds like 1970s car companies. Sounds like 2020 car companies when they finally figured out, we better get in the EV space because we're going to be left behind. You have to think the same way. And we're talking about branding today. So you're going to brand yourself on what you want people to see. Sometimes people see something different than what you think. A lot of people are insecure. A lot of people are not confident. And so they think that because of that insecurities that they have, that what they're going to say, nobody's going to listen to them. I know a couple of YouTubers who aren't really YouTubers because that's how they feel. They'll post one video a month because they think, well, I promoted something before, it failed, right? Because 9 out of 10 businesses fail. And now I don't think anybody's going to listen to what I have to say. And so you have to keep going. You can't give up because there was failure. And especially when it's not even you that actually failed. Yes, you were promoting something, but it's not your fault that the company couldn't handle the heat or they were messing up. So again, if you're a true entrepreneur, brand yourself, do what you need to do, and go for it. We have all this free social media out here. I can't believe you're willing to go work for somebody 8 hours a day. And I use 8 hours a day loosely because think about it, ladies and gentlemen. How much time do you have to take to get ready to go to your job? Then what's that drive time? Then on the way back, what's the drive time? So it's not 8 hours a day. It could be like 10 hours a day you're actually working, 11 hours a day that you're putting into something. And you could be doing the same thing for yourself. And now the sky's the limit. You're not capped. You're not capped at $5,000 per month. Sure, you might be taking a risk and may only earn $1,200 a month, but the thing is you have an upside. So think about this. Here's from Entrepreneur Magazine, right? 5 steps to brand yourself in 2021. Think about it. Upgrade your mindset. I'm not going to read all this. Define your expertise. Be everywhere, right? That's what you're trying to do. Share knowledge. That's what you're all trying to do, right? That's what I do. You share your knowledge. You brand yourself. Engage with others. This is pretty simple, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get on to something else, ladies and gentlemen. Branding. Some of you may say, hey, Eric, I don't know about branding myself. You don't have to brand yourself. You don't know Stop Struggling Now is Eric Bird's Stop Struggling Now, do you? It's Stop Struggling Now. That's how I brand it because I don't want to actually do a personal brand. So I'm using a company as a brand. You can use your name, a company or entity, whatever you want to use as your brand. That's what you can use. That's what social media and marketing is all about. So let's get down to the people who say, well, I don't know what to do for branding. Well, you guys have heard of Fiverr. I've talked about this before. I already have it on brand social media for you. So you can pay people $5 or create some other deal with these people and they'll post for you, make memes for you, and do everything for you. What's it going to cost you? I don't know, $20 a month, 50, 100. That's an expense though. If you set this up as a business, it's going to be an expense. So if you want to spend $100 a month, maybe somebody will do the branding for you with your own logos. Do all that kind of thing. And on Fiverr, you can create logos. Speaking of logos, Stop Struggling Now has to have a new logo, right? We don't actually really have a logo, so to speak. You guys know what the images are for Stop Struggling Now with the palm trees, with the guys in the water, but that's not really a logo, right? So the point is, you can get everything done at Fiverr and pay somebody if you don't want to use Canva yourself and create it. All right? Now, definitive guide to personal branding. I like this. Again, a link will be down below. And notice what I said earlier, a brand can be anything. So you can do personal, you can make it business, you can make it whatever you want. It's just so you feel comfortable. You are the captain of this ship, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of your life. Own it. Stop being complacent and going, I don't know, being insecure about everything. Just go, you know what? I want to make $10,000 a month. I want to make $20,000 a month. Let me put in the work. And you're going to have to put in 2 years minimum. If you happen to reach that goal before 2 years, okay, great. If you can't, who says you can't? Who says you can? But keep going. You have to make strides. You can't do once a week. Just like your job, you work 5 days a week, then you should be doing 5 days a week for yourself. That's all I'm saying. That's the least you can do. You're all around here. A lot of people are around here saying, you know what? I'm going to do 30 years of working 10 hours a day for other people. But yet you won't work 10 hours a day for yourself for 2 days a week. Come on. Get in the game, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to be left behind. This is all about setting up your future right now if you haven't already. We have somebody that's with us, fortunately, Miss 23 Streams of Income. I'm going to give her a shout out again, Melanie Bonita, because nobody can touch this woman with her streams of income. She has a brand. She has it going on. She did not just wake up yesterday and it was 1 year later and boom, everything blew up. It took time to cultivate 23 streams of income. So therefore, you have to think about it as well. Can't happen in a month. You could get lucky. Lightning does strike. But for the majority of people, it takes years to cultivate, just like years of you working for somebody else. Now, the branding, why personal branding matters. Some people may be looking at this going, I don't care about the entrepreneur side of it, doing my own thing. Personal branding is also for a job. How many of you went into interviews? There we go, applying for jobs, entry-level jobs, C-level jobs, and you had to actually carry a brand with you, aka reputation. All right, this could get long, ladies and gentlemen. A strong personal brand can lead to interviews, job placement, promotions, partnerships, speaking engagements. Speaking engagements, ladies and gentlemen, motivation, writing books. You become an expert in a field, people will call you up. How much can we get you to be on stage? And you have to determine your worth. You could always ask them, how much are you going to pay me? But of course, you know, just like you would do, if I know a speaker, a person that's well known, the idea, maybe it might cost $100,000. But he asks how much and you go, well, I think $5,000. He's probably going to say, no, thank you. Now, it's up to you to determine your worth. If somebody tells you, I'll give you $5,000 and you accept it, you will not know if they were going to give you $25,000. You see my point? So you have to know what your worth is, and you always go with the highest number you can think of. That's all I'm saying. You might get turned down, but if somebody comes up to you and say, how much is your speaking engagement fees? You could say whatever you want. You could say it's $50,000. You are the brand. Your company is the brand. So keep that in mind. And I'll leave a link down below to this so you guys can read this as well. All right? Now, one of the most important things when we're talking about branding, monetizing yourself, starting a business, and your business is a brand. Remember that. You're a brand. Your business is a brand. That all goes together when you start a business. When somebody thinks of your business, what do they think of? Are they thinking of the business you're doing? They thinking of you possibly as the CEO, just like when people talk of Tesla. Tesla's a brand, but everybody thinks of Elon Musk. You see what I'm saying? So if you're out there acting a fool and you have a Tesla brand and then you're out here acting a fool, people might start thinking you're like the guy that runs, I think was it Oracle? No, the guy that ran the, man, I can't remember all these guys' names. The guy that used to run the McAfee software, that guy, you know, he had this business and all of a sudden he's running around the world acting like a clown. So he loses business because of that. That is because he was branded with the name of the business as his last name. And then he's also branded because he was outspoken as a personal individual. Now he's out here acting a fool. He loses contracts. So these are the kind of things that go hand in hand and something you need to think about. All right. So write down your business plan. This is from the SBA. This isn't from just me. This is SBA. So I'll have a link down below for that, Small Business Administration. I'll have a link down below. The reason why I brought this up about write your business plan is that oftentimes you think about what you're going to do and you have it in your head. Just write it down on a piece of paper what your ideas are and what direction you kind of want to go. It's not truly a business plan, but I always write down everything. Like right now, I'm trying to get this SSN Life going, and I've been disappointed because people that I thought I was going to have associations with, they're not good enough. That's all I'm trying to say. They're not good enough for what I'm trying to do. I can't do something and then have somebody else go, hey, Eric, we can't make it happen, or we got to change things up. No, I don't feel comfortable. So I have a list of what I'm trying to accomplish, and everybody that I'm doing business with, if they don't meet my criteria, I can't do business with them no matter how much it might benefit me. I just can't do it. I'm not going to take the risk, because you can't have people calling you up going, hey, what happened? I put some money into this. I thought it was going to be great. And then it turns out you switched it up on me. And yeah, I had to switch it up because these other clowns switched it up on me. I try to eliminate myself from that. So that's what you write down in your business plan, is how you want to do business. And it can help you run your business, as they say. Pick a business plan format. There is no correct way to do a business plan. All right? This used to be the old school thing that was a barrier to entry, where they would say, oh, you want funding for your business? Submit a business plan. You submit business plans all day, every day. Everybody's got a business plan. All right? And so lenders and investors would look at it and be like, okay, well, this is nice on paper, but what else you got? So it's fine. But the point I'm trying to make is, when you're doing your branding, when you're doing your business, you should write down what you are trying to accomplish and the steps you're looking for to do. So then you can go back to it and go, okay, and check it off. Check off the list. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And that will help you in the long range, in the long term. All right. So here it is briefly: executive summary, company description, market analysis, organization, service or product. You don't have to do all of this exactly, but it does help you to stay focused for what you're trying to do. All right. It applies for branding. It applies for business. And now I'm going to get into business. So everybody who wanted to find out about branding, the links are going to be down below to these articles that can help you out. And I'll have the Fiverr page also up for you. And by the way, use my links to sign up at Fiverr. Now, the rest of this is going to be branding to help you sell something. That's where I'm going with this, because we have to make money here in 2021. That's the whole reason you are going to brand yourself. The biggest branding right now is everybody wants to be a alleged coach. They want to be some sort of entrepreneurial GOAT, right? Everybody, contact me. I'm your fitness coach if you want to work out. I got meal preps for you. I got workout plans for you. The other persons are like, hey, I'm your entrepreneur coach. I'll help you start your own business and all that stuff I'm giving away for free that I talk about. People are charging for, calling themselves coaches. All right? In America, for whatever reason, people believe they need somebody else to tell them what to do, which is fine. Nobody knows 100% of anything. But the question is, how much are you willing to pay to get that done? And some of these coaching things that I've seen, I was just in shock, where people are charging $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. I was just like, is this insane? You could start your own business for $2,000. What do you need this guy for? I'm going to pay him and still have to invest in a business? That gets kind of out there to me. But people are paying these coaches because they are so insecure that they're figuring that they can't do it themselves, and they figure that there's a smarter way. There may be a smarter way, but just because I can do something doesn't mean you can do something. So this is why you guys have noticed I always talk about something anybody can do. This isn't catered just towards me. So when I told you guys I bought 200 timeshares, that's what I did, and I put them on eBay, Airbnb, because Airbnb started in 2012. They called me. I never heard of Airbnb. Airbnb wasn't out when I started. So they called me. That's how I got on the platform. Now, whether they changed things later has no bearing on me because my stuff has been up there for 8 years. You follow what I'm saying? So there's no problem with me and what I did, but they might have changed the rules on new people, so you may not be able to do it. I'm pretty sure you still can. But all I'm trying to say is that's the differences. My journey is different than your journey. So just remember that. But let's start with this Amazon seller. You guys know how we do this. The free Amazon FBA course down below in the description. All right, there's a link. All right, David Quintieri has the free Amazon package, free. So there it is. Go check it out. Here's how easy it is to become an Amazon seller. All right, that's simple. But people are saying, hey, Eric, all right, I don't have products. We always have solutions here. I just don't leave you guys hanging. So people, you got to understand about arbitrage. You're out there shopping every day. What if you had an app on your phone and you just go to the clearance item or the sale item and you start scanning things, and what pops up in your scanner is how much it's selling for on Amazon. So if I can buy something for $5 and I see it's like selling for $29.99 on Amazon, well then in this clearance section, how many of these can I get? And all you got to do is go home and post it up on Amazon. It's a return on your investment. Let's say there's 10 products, right? 10 of them are here. $50 you spent. Now, if you use a credit card where you get cash back, you got a little $5 back, $3 back, whatever the case may be. That helps you out. Now, those 10 items could net you $300. But we know we may not sell those items today. Maybe it takes us 5 or 6 months to do this. But it's business. You make an investment and maybe you have to wait for your return on investment year over year. So now that $50 could turn into $300, but it might take 6 months. But during that time, you found some other items that you could sell and you're out of pocket $300 or $400. And now all of a sudden things start selling. You become popular because you're out here posting, letting people know what you have available for sale on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Pinterest, all over the place, right? So here's what I'm talking about. Inventory Labs is one place where you can go to see what products sell for, and then you use Scoutify. I don't see this on my screen, but it's Scoutify, which is Scoutify. That's an app. Scoutify 2, all right? These go hand in hand, so you could be in the store. Yes, it's going to cost you, but if you're in business, there you have it. You have an expense you can deduct. So it's going to, you scan it, and it's going to come up with how much things are selling for, all right? And you can use all this, go hand in hand. Now, again, let's get back to the branding part. Again, you guys have heard me talk about Canva before. You can do your own branding. You can make everything here. Look, presentation, video, Instagram, Facebook, posters, logos, flyers. There's a free version, all right? And then you could pay and upgrade, but on the free version, you can do a lot of things. You just can't use some of the images, cost money. But they have free images for almost everything. So you can start there. There's a Canva link down below. There's the Fiverr link down below. And I'm going to come up with Fiverr right now because you guys know how we do this. Again, you already know about Fiverr for branding, but look, you can get a lot of things done. Custom trendy t-shirts. All right? You can get intro outros for your YouTube channel if you want to start. You can get YouTube channel art if you want. All right? So you have an endless amount of things you can do. Some of you want to brand yourself on YouTube. You got to get Tubebuddy. There's a link down below near the bottom of the description. Get your Tubebuddy. All right? Use that link. Get your vidIQ. Helps you with your words. Helps you with your thumbnails. Helps you test thumbnails to see which one is the most effective one if necessary. There's all kind of things, and there's a free version once again. So down below in the description. right? Printify. Somebody asked on the live about starting a t-shirt. Well, Printify. If you don't want to go pay somebody to go do screen printing, where sometimes they make you have to buy, a dozen up front or 2 dozen up front, then you would use Printify. Okay, or you can use Teespring, because down below, if you're on the mobile app or on a desktop, you can see that we have Stop Struggling Now items like Emerging Millionaires, t-shirts and mug, and you have No Fear, No Excuses t-shirts, and Stop Struggling Now yoga pants for women. Those are down there underneath the YouTube videos. And that is when you use Teespring and you have a YouTube video, but you do have to have 10,000 subscribers. Now, they might change that in the future. Printify, though, is a separate entity altogether, which does not have the merch shelf. So, again, there's ways that you can start your apparel line if you want to. All right? And, of course, YouTube, as you can see. And now we're getting into the money-making aspects. Affiliate marketing. You're branded as whatever company you are, and you're trying to help people. Get your free, this says $5. We have a link down below. Use my link. We're branded. Get $10 of free Bitcoin when you sign up with Coinbase. There's an affiliate link. Once you sign up, you'll have an affiliate link, and you can help other people get their money into Coinbase and get some crypto. So again, this is all based on what you want to talk about. Remember that arbitrage I was talking about? Using the scanner, Scoutify 2, using Inventory Lab and selling on Amazon. Guess what? Where do you think these people are getting some of these products who are selling on Amazon, on Facebook, on OfferUp, Let Go, Liquidation.com? That's where they're getting some of this. Pallets. You get the bid on the pallets. It has an estimated amount, MSRP, like right here, $5,600. It's up to $460. You see what's happening here, ladies and gentlemen? This is all going down underneath your nose. People are making a living being able to buy and sell. Buy low, sell high. It doesn't have to be stocks. It doesn't have to be crypto. It can actually be products. And then, of course, you have to do a little research. All right? Look at here. I have another pick for you. Walmart. 5 pallets, 5 pieces, TVs, open box, tested, working. They're TCLs. Used, $963. That's what the bid's up to. All right? So, it's up to you. Here we go again. Another open box. TCL, Vizio, Samsung, Hisense. 5 per pallet. How much are you willing to pay or bid for these items? Go find out about it. This is directliquidation.com. This is liquidation.com. And there are many other sites that do this. All right? Now, we're going to keep going. Get your free stock. Robinhood and Webull. Get your free stock from Robinhood. Once you sign up with Robinhood, then you share your link with family, friends, and whatever you're branded with to help people. You can always help people when it's free, right? Doesn't cost them anything. You do benefit. You're going to receive a free share of stock when they receive a free share of stock. Same thing. You're going to benefit from helping people. All right? Cash App. I got a link for Cash App too. In fact, I never use it, but I have the $. Stop Struggling Now. Cash App, but I don't have any reason for anybody to send Stop Struggling Now any Cash App money. All right? But there's a referral code. Down below, I have the Cash App referral code in case you want to do that. You can buy crypto on Cash App, by the way. All right? You can send friends and family and whoever you want money on Cash App as long as they have Cash App. So again, make some money while you're helping out other people. Celsius Network. You guys have heard me talk about this. You have a branding. We're a business, financial, strategic. Stop Struggling Now, right? So I tell people about Celsius Network, for instance. Again, if you can borrow at 1%, shouldn't people know that? Shouldn't people also think about investing in themselves and creating their own wealth and then being able to borrow against their own wealth with no credit checks, no qualifying, and the money's in your account within 20, 30 minutes. How about that? That helps people out. So now use the link down below to sign up with Celsius Network if you're going to buy crypto. So therefore, now we make money. They get free $40 of Bitcoin when you deposit $400 or more of crypto into Celsius Network. You get $40 for free. All right? So pretty simple. Now you earn interest daily also at Celsius. So that helps out people. How much you earn in interest at the bank? 0? How about earning 10%, 12%, 14%? Or even more if you're an international citizen. So these are the kind of things when you're branded, you'll be able to make different type of deals depending on what you're branding. If your business is aquariums, then you're going to send people to where they can get aquariums, products, supplies, and things like that. If you're over here with an apparel company, then you're going to send people to your website to go buy some of your product and maybe try to get some branding deals with other people. So there's all kind of different things that you can do here. Now, Webull, get your 2 free shares of stock. But with Webull, they switch up. Now you got to deposit $100 or more into Webull to get your 2 free shares of stock. You just never know. They change it seemingly every week. All right? But get your free shares of stock down there in Robinhood and Webull. All right? And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just going to give you the definition that Google uses. A barrier to entry is a high cost or other type of barrier that prevents a business startup from entering a market and competing with other businesses. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the no barriers to entry. There was a part 1. There was a part 2. There was a part 3. Now there's part 4, and it's branding and how you can turn branding into a monetary number. And branding also means, as the host of StopStrugglingNow.com, somebody calls me up and says, hey, how much do you want to come over here and do some speaking? I have a number I give them. I'm not coming otherwise. All right? That's how you have to start thinking. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. If you guys need anything, please comment down below. Or send me an email at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com. And you can never give up, because you can brand yourself for free and then use free items on the internet. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. And you too can be an entrepreneur and not even know it and not even realize it. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.